Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into a project I've been really excited to share. I'm building a diorama that brings to life a fierce Norse warrior named Sigurd and his 3 loyal wolves as they traverse the harsh, snow-covered wilderness. This is a story of survival, solitude, and strength. I'll walk you through every step of the process, from base building and snow effects to posing the figures and setting the mood. Let's craft a little slice of Norse legend together. Alright, so I'll be using some Reaper bone miniatures that I got from my local comic book store. I just saw them there and I was like, oh, I could do something with this. So I bought it, took it home, and worked on it. For the base, I just cut up some foam board and then layered it up in here to make elevation and terrain. Here I'm putting some Pro Acrylic Dark Earth, which is a mixture. It's another mixture that I have other than the AK Interactive. This is that's an alternative. I'm using it as for the base of the terrain. For the wood base, I'm using 2 wooden coasters that I got from a local art store. Alright, after that, I'm using Army Painter Snow Terrain. I'm spreading the snow around the base as the paste dries up. After that, I mixed up the snow with some Mod Podge and then blended in, along with solidifying it with some water-based glue, ombre glue. And then I mixed it up a little bit with the Mod Podge and the snow terrain and spread it out like paste. Fortunately, this thing looks like frosting that you put on a cupcake, but do not eat it, even though it says it's not toxic. As I spread it around to make the nice wintry snowy plain, I put it to the side to let it dry out. I used a popsicle stick to spread it out. After that, I used some Christmas winter miniature trees that I found at the art store. Thought that would be easier just to make pine trees and put snow on it. And I already had these ones around, so I used this. It was pretty simple, just to make it look like it's a winter wonderland. Not a winter wonderland, but you know, an icy winter wilderness. I used to drill a little bit to drill a hole in it and place the trees in at their spots. I wanted to make it look like he was traveling through the forest and the wilderness. I don't know if I put too much trees, but I think it definitely needed more. I should have put more in the back and the side, but I'll stick with what I got. Right here, I'm adding some winter bushes that I got from another comic book store that I went to. It kind of fit more because it definitely needed more terrain. For the wolves, I followed a guide that they use for space wolves for Warhammer. I start off with an all white and then a black field gray army painter speed paint, and then I dry brushed a little bit more with another white gray. I need to get a better camera because the camera I use for vlogging, it doesn't zoom in clearly enough unless you have it at a certain angle. See, right there was good, and right here it's blurry, obviously. There you go. See, magic. All right, I skipped painting the other 2 wolves video. I just showed you painting the one, so I'm just going to show you painting Sigurd right here. For his trousers, I used age hide at the bottom and around the corners. And I used some gray metallic on the top, which was the battlefield gray again. And then for his beard, I used a yellow tone speed paint for his beard, and I used metallic for the helmet, and then bone matter for the bone horns on his helmet. Ta-da! And after that, I placed Sigurd and his 3 wolves on the diorama base. While it was drying, I should have made the footsteps, but I didn't plan ahead. I was just going to place the wolves after, which I'm doing now, which should have done it before. So I tried to pluck holes into the base to make it look like it was footprints. It didn't come out right, but I did what I had to do, and I just went with it. For the sides, I just painted black as normal. like that. But then I realized I think it needed more snow, so I made another snow mixture with some snow terrain from an army painter and mixed it with some Mod Podge. And I just placed it around the base. Alright, as I put the final paste of snow onto the diorama, here's the new short story that I put down and written for this diorama called Sigurd and the Wolves. Enjoy. The snow whispered beneath Sigurd's heavy boots, muffled only by the soft pads of the three wolves at his side, Fenra, Skuld, and Varg. The storm had passed, but the cold lingered like a curse, biting through layers of fur and steel. Sigurd's axe hung low at his side, its edge dulled from days of survival, not war. Around him, pines loomed like watchful gods, ice crusted the branches, and wind hissed through the cracks in the mountains. They were far from any village, far from warmth, but the warriors sought something older than fire. A place, whispered in the sagas, where the spirits of the fallen walked freely, where answers might be found. Fenra suddenly stopped, ears twitching, Skuld's growl echoed low. Varg turned towards the tree line, silent ready. Sigurd followed their gaze. There, beyond the frost-covered ridge, the faint glow of a forgotten rune simmered across the rock. Sigurd narrowed his eyes. The path ahead would be treacherous, but the wolves would follow, and he would walk it, not as a man seeking a home, but as a legend, carving his name into the snows of the gods. And that wraps up the snowy saga of Sigurd and his wolves. I had a blast putting this scene together, from the crisp winter ground textures to the intense, watchful eyes of his companions. If you enjoyed this build and want to make more myth-inspired dioramas like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your favorite Norse legend in the comments. Until next time, stay creative and keep building your stories.